Hello friends, welcome to Holistic Health Channel. Today's topic is mind, its functions and powers. This is in continuation of the video how to remain continuously happy. In that video we concluded that in order to remain continuously happy, we have to manage our inner MIS, that is mind, intellect and sanskars. Therefore, we should try to understand the inner mechanism of these faculties, as these faculties control all our mental activities. First of all, we should try to understand the difference between brain and mind, because the people think that brain and mind are one and the same thing. But the brain is a machinery and can be compared to the hardware of the computer, whereas mind can be compared to the software part. Brain is a control room of our body and controls the entire body and sends directions to each and every part of the body to work through its neurons. Whereas in the mind, the information is instantiated and is processed through the nervous system. Therefore, the brain is the link between body, mind and intellect. Now, we should understand the functions of the mind, because mind is the most powerful and important faculty of our inner organization. It imagines, thinks, feels and forms ideas. And thoughts are the most important function of the mind, because thoughts are the seeds, and through thoughts mind plans, and therefore the mind can be compared to the planning committee of our inner organization. And after planning, it sends the directions to the intellect for giving a decision on it. Therefore, the intellect is compared to the decision making committee of our inner organization. Think of the addictions. In the case of addictions, mind is not sending the instructions, it is not working in coordination with intellect, it is sidetracking intellect and is acting on the directions of our sense organs, which we call sense organs are known as the subordinates. And think of an organization where the middle person is acting on the directions of the subordinates and is not taking directions from the superior authorities. That organization will be in a chaotic condition. Similar is with our inner organization. It happens in the case of addictions. We can discuss in some of the other videos about that. In the case of addictions also, the mind is sidetracking intellect and is running after the sense organs, and this is the reason people get addictions of certain things. So now we will concentrate on mind, as if our plans are effective, our decision will also be effective. Mind, as I said, that thought is the seed of everything, because whatever is done outside, first of all it is through thought that it comes in the mind. So it is the seed. Every minute there are 25 to 30 thoughts are generated. So we should understand what type of thoughts we are generating. There are basically major classification is into 4 thoughts. Others can be fitted into in these major 4 categories. First type of thoughts are positive thoughts, which are value based thoughts and which have no selfish intention, such as love, peace, purity, honesty, harmony, etc. And these thoughts generate and increase our energy and strength. And this is the reason that in the meditation we try to generate these type of thoughts. Second type of thoughts are necessary thoughts. Necessary thoughts are related to the day-to-day routine activities and related to job, work, profession, etc. Third type of thoughts are negative thoughts, which are related to our weaknesses, vices, selfishness, complexities, etc., such as anger, stress, jealousy, attachment, revenge, etc. These type of thoughts rob us of our energy and strength. This is the reason that we should try to reduce these type of thoughts. Every one of you might have experienced that after becoming angry and after having thoughts of jealousy, you feel drained up and tired. So thoughts have to be replaced. Thoughts will come, mind will not stop. It will generate thoughts. Its work is to thought. So we have to replace the thoughts. So last type of thoughts are vase thoughts. Vase thoughts are brooding over past happenings and events and worrying about the uncertain future. Planning about the future is good, but unnecessarily worrying about the future which has no relevance and which has no real existence, and we drain our energy also in that, and therefore there is no real value out of that. This is the reason we say that these are completely waste thoughts which have no value. So now we have understood the type of thoughts. Now we will see what are the powers of our mind. Basically, there are many tremendous power, but I will deal with the 5 major powers of the mind. The first power is the power to experience anything. You can experience good things, mind can do anything. If you think of your vacation at US, you are experiencing good. But one thing I will tell, which normally mothers are doing mistakes also, knowingly or unknowingly out of concern, that in every house you might have noticed that mothers are attached to their children. Suppose the son's time to coming to house every day is around 5 up to 5 p.m. up to 6 it's okay, but now if it is 8 p.m. the mother, out of concern, she will say it is natural and out of concern I am doing. She will start thinking, experiencing worst possible calamity, and she will experience it also. And she, sitting in the AC room, she will start sweating, trembling, and saying that I am having headache, I don't want to eat anything, and she won't eat also till his son has come. And why she is thinking negative? She can create a positive experience also. She can think that he might be busy in some important work, he might be doing extra class, or maybe his telephone is out of order, that's why he is not able to contact. And my son is under the protection of God, nothing will happen to him. She can create this type of experience. If she can do anything, she should do it, but unnecessarily worrying and sending negative vibration is not good. She has created a negative experience for herself. So this is the power of the mind to create experience. Second is the power to visualize, and by visualization creating anything. This would like to quote an example, an experiment done by Alan Richardson, an Australian psychologist, who collected a group of basketball players and then divided them into 3 groups. First group was given training for 20 minutes through a coach every day, and the second group was sitting in silence and their mind was given training by the coach. They were not doing actual practice, their mind was being trained to how to throw the ball in this situation, and like that they were trained, their mind was trained in the basketball through visualization techniques. Third group was neither given actual practice nor their mind was trained. After few days you will be surprised that in group number 1 and 2 the same type of improvement occurred. in their performance. And the third group have not made any progress. So this is the power of mind. Through visualization, he has learned the practice of basketball. Actually, he has not done it. Actually, the person has not, those people have not done it. But through visualization techniques of the mind, they have learned the basketball. So the mind has the power to create through visualization. The third power is the power to transform energy from one form to another. This Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese scientist, conducted various experiments with water in this, and he said that emotional energies and vibrations could change the molecular structure of the water. For initially he did 2 experiments. To one set of water, he was giving the vibration of every day, he was giving the thought vibrations, I am thankful to you. And to the second set, he was telling, I hate you. After few days, he found that the water in which he was giving the vibrations of I am thankful to you, very beautiful crystallization occurred. But in the other one, the water was deformed. Then he did various other experiment of peace, love, harmony, integration, and different type of crystallization occurred. He concluded that by holding the intention of peace towards water and by thinking, acting, speaking with the intention of peace towards water, water can and will bring peace to our bodies and to the entire universe. So this is the power of mind. Next power of the mind is the power to heal, very important power. In this I will give a life incident, not an experiment, not an example, actual life incident which happened. It was Stamatis Moriatis who went, he was a Greek war veteran who went to US for treatment of his amputated arm, and then he stayed there, and in 1976 when he was of the age of 65 years, he was diagnosed of the terminal lung cancer by the doctors there, and they told him that he is going to survive only for 9 months. And then this person decided that if I have to survive for 9 months, why to go through this tedious procedure? He said he refused chemotherapy and other treatment, and he decided to come back to his own town. Another reason was that the cost of funeral there was multifold, and he thought that now I will go back to my town where the cost of funeral is very less, and I will stay with my family, I will spend rest of the time with my family. So he came back to his own town of Icaria, and initially for 7-8 months he was taking rest and doing meditation only, sleeping, taking rest and doing meditation, but he changed his lifestyle. He started eating vegetarian diet and doing meditation, and he was happy because he was with his family. He, after 6-7 months, he started feeling better. Then after 1 year, he found some energy in him, and then he started going out. He started walking also and meeting his friends also and connecting with his traditional faith and increase his time of meditation also. 10 years passed, then 25 years passed, and he was feeling much better also. Then after 25 years, he thought that I must go back and check up about my disease, that whether I have been cured of it, because he was surprised that up to 25 years I am living, because he was already 65, now he was 90 years. He went back to the US, and you will be surprised that the doctors who were treating him, not a single doctor was surviving at that time. And he got his checkup, he was cancer free. He came back to his own town. Then after that also he lived for another 12 years. He died in year 2000, February 2013, and before his death he came in the international media also New York Times published a story about him, and the title of that story was that the island where people forget to die and the island where people forgot to become sick, the island of Icaria. So you can find in the in New York Times journal also about this story. The last and most important power which everyone knows and heard about that, so I will not talk in detail about that, that is the power of communication, which we call the telepathy. If two minds are tuned to each other, they can talk to each other through telepathy. If they have strong affiliations, they can talk to each other through telepathy. And this you might have experienced also. Many people are telling, if they go to somebody's house or are making telephone, the other person is telling, oh, you have made a telephone call, just I was also thinking about you. You have come to the house, just I was thinking about you. So this is the power of thought vibrations, communication, power of communication. So if we know our powers, we know our strengths. There are weaknesses also, hindrances in the mind which come. We will learn in the next video. We should know all our strengths, weaknesses, opportunities and threats of our inner organization. Same as in management parlance we are doing for the outer organization, we have to do it for the inner organization in order to run our inner orchestra effectively, and so that we can take effective decision outside. We should understand the inner mechanism. Thanks for watching the video. And if you have not subscribed still, subscribe to my channel, share it with others so that others can also get benefit out of this. Thanks once again for watching.